Is dealing with paper or digital documents a major headache? As per market research, over thousands of digital documents are processed over a day in an organization, making it difficult for an individual to manually store large amount of data. Are you hoping for a better solution? Don't worry. Introducing Visionary by SFDocs, a one-of-a-kind solution to all your data management needs. This product offers optical character recognition to scan data, provides user-friendly interface, and also provides enhanced data accessibility. One of the biggest advantage of this product is it eliminates tedious manual entry by automating jobs. Sounds exciting? Let's explore Visionary by SFDocs.
Hello and welcome to the part of this presentation where we're going to show the behind the scene, means the architecture of the Visionary app, which we are using to use the OCR model of Einstein Vision API to search and data from images such as card and information bulletins, etc. So that's a diagram that we are going to follow to understand the architecture behind the Visionary application. So it starts with the user uploading an image. So we are restricting the files type to image only. We can use PDF as well, but since image is much more accessible and small size data, and we have a data limitation, upload limitation in our development org, so we are going to use image upload in this case. And next it goes to file processing. So the file processing have two parts. One is the file restriction handling, and second is converting the image file to base64. So file restriction means basically to restricting the upload option to images only, such as JPG, PNG and JPEG, because any other file are very hard to convert into base64. The size will be very huge, and this will be a bit tricky to handle the big size files in a development org. So we have done a file restriction here. After the file is successfully uploaded in our org, then we are converting the image file into a base64, because base64 basically is and we can have a pretty easy component to component communication using a base64 string. And so we have converted this into a base64 string. After that, we are calling the Einstein Vision handler classes. So these classes are basically a bunch of classes which handles the whole Einstein Vision API callouts and authentication handling, etc. First part is Einstein auth handle. In this case, we are basically creating some classes where we can handle the authentication process for the Einstein API. So we have the token available, which is stored in our organization, but to call the Einstein Vision API every time we need to create a refresh token. So we're handling the creation of refresh token and accessing Einstein API in the authentication handle classes. Afterwards, we are creating the actual request that is going to be used for the Einstein API callout in the Einstein Vision callout classes. In here, we are basically using this base64 string as input, and we are using the contact model to basically retrieve the contact information from the image. Afterwards, when Einstein responds with the processed string in a JSON format, we are then parsing that JSON and storing it in a way so that we can use it in our application. Once it is parsed and we have a string that we can easily handle, we are now showing the result in a text box so that certain information which are not categorized, for example address or any extra information which is not categorized into a particular format, we can still use it, and just by copy pasting the data into our computers or in our org. Afterwards, we have two options, which is to search data and create data. So basically we have a button here which we are clicking, and then we are searching the data in following these three objects in the organization, which is lead, account and contacts. So we're using SOSL and SOQL to find certain data such as name, phone number and email, because these are the data which are unique and can be easily searched within the organization. And the data that is being used to search these records in an organization are basically the result that is coming from the OCR search. And you also have an option to create the data. So for example, if you have not found any account record or contact or lead record, then you have an option to create the data from the OCR search. So when you click on create data, it basically pre-populates certain fields from the OCR, whichever is available. If it is not available, it will just keep it as blank, and you can copy and paste from this display OCR text in the record if needed, and then basically click on save, and that will be saving the record in our organization. Here in this, we are going to show a small demo about the Visionary by SFDocs. So this is basically the home page where you land before you upload any image, and here you can select the image type. So we are going to go for an image. We are going to upload it. Once it is uploaded, we are going to click on the done. So once it is done, it will be automatically converted into base 64 and show in this window. Then we can scan the image. So once it is scanned, this will be the result coming from the Einstein OCR, which is now a bit more tokenized, and specific data has been identified and shown in this box. Then you can click on the search record, which will basically show all the available records in your organization which matches any of the fields from the OCR details. So this is the second feature of the Visionary application, where you can create a new record from the OCR data. So in this case, we are going to select a new image which contains some text. After you are done uploading, you can scan the image and then search. So currently we have no records for this particular image in our organization. Now you can click our create new record, and you can select account, contact or lead. I'm going to select contact, and as you can see that all the records which are data which is coming from the OCR is already been pre-populated in the fields for this. So I'm going to change the last name because it has selected S as the last name. We're going to copy read from there and paste it here. So this is one of the usefulness of this text box, where we can kind of check which data is missing. We can copy the data from the text box in the actual record if needed, obviously, and then we can click on create contact. So now the contact is created. We can again search, and now you can find that the new record James Reed has been created, and it is searchable for this image.